I have a whole theory on how he got in. I think the Republicans just stepped in shit with him. I think that both sides wanted change, and I think Bernie represented change and Trump represented change, and the Democrats picked Hillary, which I totally get, going like, this guy's a lunatic, let's go with the tried and true, and that's not what people wanted. And I think accidentally the Republicans were offering change, and that's how that dude ended up. It was like a fucking blindfold half-court shot. And I think everybody fucking misread it. And this whole thing that they're like, oh, Trump got the racist vote and all that. I don't believe in that either, because they could have voted against a black president 2 elections in a row and Obama won. So
right,
the racists vote every fucking election. So I just think that people bought into his 2x4 rhetoric. I love that I'm going to drain the swamp. Like all the politicians were going to sit there. Well, I guess it's over. I guess we all got to just fucking admit to everything that we did.
The boss says we gotta, we gotta.
No, all they do is they rope a dope when somebody like that comes in. They just lean on the ropes and they just ride going because it's finite the amount of time he's going to be in there. I remember when Al Gore was trying to get like an electric car. Like he goes, you know, we demand that you make a car that gets 100 miles a gallon, fucking blah, 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 by the end. They just fucking, we're still working on it.
Yeah.
Still working on it. We don't quite have it.
About halfway, though.
Here's a prototype, and he gets to walk around with his hands in his pocket, nodding. Things are getting done. 6 weeks before he leaves. Hey, what's going on with it? It's not quite done, man, but we'll definitely get it done with this next guy. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. That's right. They rope it up. It's a great way to put it.
Yeah, that's all they're gonna. Whatever he wants to do, as far as I'm not saying he won't get shit done. I'm just saying as far as like his whole draining the swamp thing.
Right, changing the whole system.
Yeah, like I don't think anything ever brought both parties more together than him saying I'm going to drain the swamp, and then they're all like, okay, everybody, let's lock arms and let's not let him do any. Like, I don't know exactly how you're going to do that.
I think he scares people too, because he's the type that calls people out publicly in a way that no one on that level ever called. It's embarrassing.
I'm so surprised at how little teeth the press had when he was running. Like, they got so used to the politicians cowering on a tough question, and he would just answer it, and a lot of times admit to faults, and then they had no follow up because they'd never been there.
Right.
Like my favorite one was when they said. When it's like, you've said this about women, you've said that about, and it's a woman asking, and you're literally watching the debate going like, oh, fuck, here comes a moment. You said this, he goes, I said all of that about Rosie O'Donnell. Gets a huge laugh, gets rid of the tension, and then all the person has like, well, you said that about other women too. That was all they had, and then he goes, hey, you're probably right.
But you know what?
And then that was it. And
done.
I remember I was sitting there blowing my mind. I was like, that's all you got?
Because he's the man in a relationship that won't argue.
Maybe that's what it is.
So the press is trying to hit him, and he's like, no, I'm not going to have the argument. Like, whatever. And then he moves on to something else.
I mean, literally what she was trying to get him to say is, you have issues with women. He got a laugh, and then he admitted that she was right. And then what was she going to say? Well, you should stop doing that.
Yeah,
like,
there's nowhere to go.
There was nowhere to go. And then I was just like, I don't know if we'll ever see another one like him, but I definitely think that debates changed. Like he's definitely a game changer. I mean, if I was in political science, whatever that major is, I would be studying that game film, going, what the fuck?
He really understands how to, like even Oprah, coming at people. She's such a loved person, and now that she's not going to run.
She's a degenerate. He loves that word. No. I'm saying that's what he does. She's a degenerate.
What do they call her? Insecure Oprah. He has this great way of pegging people, and for some reason it sticks. Whatever he says about somebody seems to stick, whether it's true or not. There's something so childish about putting those names on people.
Politics is childish, and then everybody on the right. Well, like one person said liberal snowflake. Now I love everybody says liberal snowflake as if it's like the new joke and nobody's ever heard it, you know?
What about cuck?
Huh?
Cuck. Everybody says cuck now.
Everybody says
I've
that.
been saying that for fucking decades.
You're the guy who
I've
brought
been
that
raving
in,
about cuckolding.
Yeah, words. Vetted. I hate that word. You got to make sure you vet somebody. Yeah. Like all of a sudden we're like these 20-year law enforcement vets. We can have somebody in the room, you know what I mean, and judge their body language.
It's your responsibility to vet these people. Like,
yeah.
What?
Yeah, what the fuck does that even mean?
It started with Sarah Palin. That was when everyone started talking about it because they were like, she wasn't properly vetted.
Right.
That was when everyone started. People knew the word, but that was when everyone started using it after Palin, and it was such a bad choice. Everyone was like, oh, she wasn't vetted properly. Like, shut up.
Yeah, I don't think anybody even realized like the amount of effort that goes into picking these candidates before like Palin comes up, and they're like, well, shouldn't there be? Well, normally they vet these candidates. Oh, that's what they didn't do. You need to vet these people.
I have to think, dude, because I even saw an interview again recently, and once again, she did not come off even remotely like this person holds public office. It's just, I mean, I can go with like, okay, you're a little nervous in public, you stammer, and it was just like she was just talking in circles.
Who, Hillary?
No,
Palin.
But yeah. I get, but it's also showbiz, and you know. I don't know. She's got that hot thing. She's got the glasses and stuff. I was in.
Yeah.
I was in for a second until she talked, and I was just like, all right.
People like her, though.
Well, they also,
people who like her like her.
Yeah,
I never quite understood it, but people who like her really like her. I guess she represents something they think.
I think it's back to what you were talking about the change, because even then they thought that the Republicans wanted the same change as the Democrats. They were like, if we can get a woman in there, we'll get those people that want a woman. Well,
they fucked up on that one.
This time they were like, wait, no, they just want a total asshole. Like, people will vote for an asshole.
And then, this is kind of old shit, but then like Hillary had that awful combination. She had like Mike Dukakis's charisma and was as comfortable in her own skin as Al Gore. Like that smile, that crazy fucking smile. It's just like, what is going on between your ears when you do that? I can hear your speech coach going, you got to smile more. She's fucking crazy. Yeah, and the cadence, the way she would speak,
so bad.
And I don't know. Trump was just like I fucking hated the guy, but he was so fucking funny. He was compelling. It's unbelievable.
It's fun to watch.
I like when he was sitting there going like, when he kept interrupting, they told him to not interrupt, and then he just goes. And he goes to the panel. As Hillary's trying to answer, he goes, oh, I get it. 3 against 1. And it was just like, he totally painted himself as a victim. He ignored all the fucking rules. And it was just like, and they had nothing. These are the rules of the debate. And then he would break all of them, and nobody ever broke them. So there was no... What was somebody going to do? Go in and put him in a sleeper hold? Like, how were you going to stop him? And he just like, everybody thought it was like like they were in a cell, and it was just like a piece of tape on the floor, and he just like stepped over it, and they were like, oh shit, I didn't know.
You could do that?
I didn't know someone was going to do that.
You remember the one that was like the town hall, when like Hillary was like standing up and like, you know, robotically walking around and talking to people, and he just started following her. So right over her shoulder, he was just like looming there. So every shot of Hillary is just Donald right over her shoulder.
Oh my God, I gotta watch it. That is so fucking weird.
It's amazing.
Didn't she make a remark a year later about how she was creeped out by him being behind her like that? She said something about how he creeped her out.
Yeah, she said something about it.
Dude, I'm getting creeped out listening to that.
Yeah, it was great.
But what ends up happening is nobody's listening to a word that she's saying, and they're just looking at it. Like the whole story is now him. Look at he followed her. You can see in that photo right there. He followed her and would just be right over her shoulder everywhere she went.
Oh my, yeah, he was stealing focus.
You're supposed to sit. You're supposed to sit in the chair while the other person talks.
Here's the thing. I agree with you. It's great comedically. It wasn't great that he won. I couldn't stand either one of them, and there was I thought on the Republican Democrat side there was a number of people that were just way more like just grounded in just a basic intellectual and human level than like I mean that was I think the joke I was doing in my act at the time, I was like 2 a.m. and at a bar, and you had to like pick someone to go home with. Like that's what that election felt like. So I don't know how the fuck we're talking about this. It's long since done. So he's in, so we got to deal with it.
It is what it is. I think we'll be okay.
Yeah.
I think, I hope.
We'll get through it. We'll be all right.
I know I'm happier.
Yeah, just in general.
Whatever happens.
It's really interesting because like now the Democratic politicians are going around being like, well, I know everybody says such good things about these tax cuts, but it's pennies. People don't But even the people that hate Trump are like, there's $50 extra in my paycheck. Like, I kind of like that he's doing this.
Yeah, there's some sort of fucking loophole in there where, in the end, then for the people who are poor, it goes away in like a year or two. But it
doesn't go away for the rich people.
Of course not. He's basically became president so he can put a golf course anywhere he wants. Like, I don't know.